Here we go again, and now we're going to be talking about innovation moving forward. No country can make it out there without innovating. Well, this program we're about to talk about up next is a nationwide series of events showcasing and celebrating milestones in Ghana's digital innovation ecosystem. Now, it's a week-long series of events, and it's going to be climaxed with a high-profile conference graced by ministers of state, diplomats, and business leaders, among others. Joining us for a conversation, we have Emmanuel Mumuni. He is component manager with GIZ. We also have David Inpi Ofori, director of innovation at the National Entrepreneurship and Innovation Program. Gentlemen, a very good morning to you.
Good morning, Ben.
So for me, this is my first time actually hearing about this digital innovation drive, but I know it's been rolling out for quite a while. So I'll start with you, David. How long has this been in the pipeline, so to speak?
So this is the third edition, Ben, and it's been a very good progress. I mean, we talk about digitalization, we talk about innovation, but as a country, we've not set out to really pause to take stock of what we've done so far. So sometimes we get caught up in the business of this whole conversations. But this week is dedicated for that, where we have all the entire ecosystem across the country. The third edition, what makes it unique is that we even have regional conferences happening. So the one in Tamale, in Koforidua, and also in Kumasi. And this is to say that innovation doesn't just occur in Accra. It happens around the country.
We don't normally nurse it here, and that's something of a problem that we have in this country. Everything comes to these areas, but we have to spread them across for that development effect to be felt. But to you, Emmanuel, the Ghana Digital Innovation Week, what is it all about? He's already started. This is the third installment of it, but what is it all about?
Right. I think since 2021, we've been on this journey of, like David said, promoting the digital ecosystem. And Ghana is has a very good reputation for early adopting of technology across the continent. But one of the diagnoses that we found was that the actors in the ecosystem are still a bit isolated. So Benjamin can be doing one thing, Emmanuel is doing another thing, but we are not really connecting the dots. So this platform is really to draw the lines between what every actor is doing and how we can work together to make the push even bigger.
So it's all about the synergies, working together.
Correct.
Like you mentioned, you are with the GIZ, German institution, you are with the NEIP. Right. You are working hand in glove to ensure that this works. But that brings me to my next question. The team, spearheading this entire drive. What makes this team unique for this year's event?
Great. So just a backstory, small backstory is that this is born out of trilateral cooperation between Ghana, Germany, and Israel. And that's where we gave birth to this Ghana Digital Innovation Week. And so the team is very diverse. So you have actors from Ghana, actors from, of course, the German institution GIZ, and also Mashav of Israel coming together. And you're interested to know that even state actors from regulators, from policymakers, ministers, even the vice president was part of the maiden edition. So it's a cross-sectional, and it really buttresses the point that Emmanuel made that the synergies are being drawn. We have the Ghana Hub Network, and Emmanuel talked about the respectability of Ghana in the digital adaptation. It is really real because as a country, we have about over 125 hubs across the country. And it's a huge network where young innovators can go to get mentorship, to try their solutions, try the ideas, and then get help when they need that. And it's the platform to crown it all to say, look, what are we doing as a nation in the area of policy, in the area of regulation, in the area of even things like funding? All of it is talked about. Things like what people are actually innovating in their spaces. So how do we amplify them, highlight them, and bring them to the fore so that as a people, we can see that we're doing something right, but we also need to do more in that aspect.
I also know that the sessions, the speakers you are inviting, you spoke about Israel and Germany. These are countries with cutting-edge technology, and which is going to be reflected in the digital space. They are also at the very forefront of developments. But what are going to be the various sessions we're going to have? Who are the speakers that we're going to be seeing in the course of this week?
Right. So it's a broad section. So every day and multiple speakers. So I can speak to some of them and not all of them. So for instance,
I was actually hoping both of you would
yes,
share.
Exactly. So we have speakers from academia, speakers from academia across all our universities. We have speakers from industry, regulators from the CSR.
It's good you mentioned industry because you can't just have academics come and tell us.
Not at all. And that's one of the unique things about the GDIW. It brings all these people into the room. So all these speakers come across, and it will be various subject matter. So for instance, even if you're a young innovator, what are the liberties that you have in the area of taxes? How do you get to know? Okay. If you're going to go into an innovative space, what are the regulations you need to know as a young person? All of that will be discussed in that forum. And we'll really look at broad sectional policy work as well. What is government doing? Or what should government be doing in that sense as well?
Okay. Any others that you'd like to
so
add? Sessions, speakers?
Yeah. So the setup is such that we have like a big opening ceremony, which is really graced by diplomats. By
when is the opening ceremony?
So it's on the 6th of Monday, 6th of November, which runs till the 8th of November, Wednesday. But the first day is the opening ceremony where we have the big speeches. We also have very high-level showcases from innovators telling us about what they've built over this period. And then we would have some performances in between. And then once it ends, we move into the sessions, which would seek to build capacity. So we have workshops, we have master classes, we have training. We focus a lot on the hands-on side of things so that it's practical. People can take something home. We have people also coming to exhibit, to showcase what they have to show. And it's really identifying what you couldn't have done alone and how you can work with another person in terms of partnership to move things forward. Yeah.
You were going to add something?
Yeah, I just wanted to share a few examples of sessions that would happen. So
sure, go ahead.
Because I'm here at Joy FM, I'll start with the media one because we're having a session that would look at data storytelling for media professionals. So inviting the...
That's a nice way to...
Exactly.
And then we have something around maker spaces. Maker spaces is a big topic here in Africa. We'll be looking at that as well. Right. And then design thinking. Design thinking Ghana will be hosting a session on how to use design thinking to integrate digital tools. We have esports coming to tell us how to use sports as a tool for digital workplace. Ashesi University is hosting a session on innovation ecosystem. The UNCDF is hosting a session on sex disaggregated data.
Looks like you have practically every angle covered.
So we have over 30 sessions.
Wow.
If you give me 1 hour, I can go through everything. I know you don't have all the time, but this is a few. We have topics around AI, gig economy, you name it. It's quite range.
So everything digital that you can think of is going to be featured here at some point. I'd like to find out from you, gentlemen, Emmanuel and David, biblical names, by the way. So I have heavyweights in the studio this morning. When it comes to those who can participate, and then I would have you split them. So maybe you can tell us about those who can participate, who is invited, who can just walk in, participate in these events. And then again, what format will the sessions take? Are they going to be online only? Are they going to be physical only? Or is it going to be a hybrid? So I think I'll start with
Right, so who can participate? I think it's open to all. Every Ghanaian can participate. You just have to register because we have a finite space, so we can't just have the whole country trans there. But more so is making sure that not just have the high-level people speak, but also the beneficiaries. So this time around, we want to have a lot of even SHS students there because that's our formative ages, and we need to understand these things.
Nowadays, they are all into robotics, AI.
Absolutely.
Fitting for them to
correct. They have to be there. Exactly. So we have schools. We have the general public are welcome to be there. Especially there will be showcases for them to visit and see for themselves, and perhaps also investors who may come around to see which ones of these innovators they can snap and partner with and do business with. So who can really participate is open to all. You just have to register so that at least we have a fair idea of the numbers that will be there.
When you say register, so how do they go about it? Is it online? What do they have?
Register online, yes.
Yeah,
so where do they go?
It's gdiw.org.
www.gdiw.org.
Yes.
Let's do that again. www.gdiw.org. Okay.
And then they click on click to attend. So it shows you all the sessions, and you just need to click, okay, I want to attend this, I don't want to attend this, and then it populates everything for you.
So limited spots available. Just take advantage. Get registered now if you want to participate, and it's free, right?
Yeah, it's free.
It's free.
And it's
But
happening
you
at
need
the
to,
Accra International Conference Center.
Okay, that's the physical event.
Correct.
Yes.
In the course of the week.
Yes.
So we're also talking about, is it going to be hybrid? Or what's
Yes,
the
absolutely.
nature? What's
I
the
mean,
format?
if we hold a digital conference with us,
That would have been interesting.
I know.
so we do have an online opportunity for you to join. In the last 2 years we've run this activity, we've seen people joining from other countries. So you might be a Ghanaian and in the US, you are interested in the digital space, you want to be part of it. So we have that option, but you can only connect if you register, because then we would have your details to send you the links.
All right. So are there any, beyond throwing it out to the public, are there any specific groups you're hoping will take full advantage of this event, this week-long event? And finally, if you have any other words to share with us, both of you. This time I'll start with Emmanuel.
I think we are open to kind of revealing innovations that are still on earth, and David will speak a bit about the innovations that he's found out in some very unusual spaces. So we want to reveal those innovations, but also inspire. So we are looking for students as well, if you want to, come and be part of it, just to see what people are doing, just so that it becomes an inspiration for you to be confident enough to go ahead and innovate something. So we have innovators, we have digital enthusiasts, we have people from academia, private sector, like you mentioned, industry is very important for us. And then development organizations like ourselves, we are also there to support and be part of it, just to know what the ecosystem needs and how we can align with the needs of the people that we are working for.
I posted something in recent times. I just remembered a Zimbabwean who was innovating for a long time, didn't really get support from his country. I think right now he's somewhere in Silicon Valley. And that is the problem. Yeah. Even the ones we have who innovate. He was doing amazing things with gadgets, vehicles, and all of that. He's ended up there. He's better off, but it's our loss as a continent.
Absolutely.
So keeping such people here is also crucial.
Absolutely. And that's one thing that the DGIW seeks to solve. Because again, even if there's no platform at all for people to get noticed, I mean, GDIW is one platform. And the organization I work with, which is the NEIP, that's one of the things that we live and breathe every day, where we identify, and we also do call outs for people who can walk into us and say, oh, I have this innovation, how can you support me? I've been around the country, been to high schools, and they're innovating around smart houses, innovating around urban gardening, so I mean, in this day and age, you can grow tomatoes in your backyard, but if you live in concrete, you can still grow them. They have different ways to do that, and all of these will be showcased there as well. And I think that it's important that we give room for that so we don't get a Zimbabwean story, because a lot of times that's where the issues are. So we would want innovators to take part of this, because some of the things that we'll even discuss will be intellectual property rights. So for instance, how do you protect your IP? If you've come up with an innovation, it has to be
patents
protected.
And everything.
Patents, copyright, trademarks, and all of that. So that will be discussed as funding. How do you get funding to help boost your business? How do you get to know which regulations you need to abide by to be able to ensure that your business is operating within the serene environment? So these are all things that will be discussed at the GDIW and will be showcased there as well. So people to benefit from will be enthusiasts, innovators who are out there who think that, oh, they're a bit hidden. And you don't have to be all digital as well, because sometimes you do have TVET, the area of TVET, and people are innovating in that space. But you can add digital to be able to amplify your business and be able to improve upon your sales. So even if you're a shoe manufacturer, for instance, you can have digital platform to be able to sell to the whole of Ghana by having a digital presence. So yeah, all of that.
All right. Any final words, Emmanuel?
All I can say is to show up and to be expectant, because there's so much to see, there's so much to engage with.
And there's so much to learn.
There's so much to learn as
Absolutely,
well, and also for the journalist as well.
They say when the Omega meets the Omega, then you see that one is Omega Ho. Sometimes it takes iron to sharpen iron.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So you come, you meet others, and sometimes it takes sharing of ideas. Sometimes you can have 2 or 3 people coming together. Oh, your idea fuses together with mine, and then you have something much bigger.
Correct.
But all the best on that event, that week-long program, the Ghana Digital Innovation Week. You should be a part of it. So get registered. The website again where you can go and get registered, www.gdiw.org, right?
That's correct.
Yeah. .org, and you'll be sorted. Those who joined us in the studio, Emmanuel Mumuni, Component Manager with GIZ, and of course, David Ampiofori, Director of Innovation, National Entrepreneurship and Innovation Program under the Office of the President. Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for having us.
And as we proceed, we have a bit more time before we knock off the Joy News Desk. We'd love to hear from you. This morning we had Sam Jata George in the studio. If you're affected by that bridge, the Wenya Afienya bridge, among others, share your thoughts with us. Let us know. There have been some recurrent erratic power situations. I have faced them. I'm sure you have. And I've not had water for a week. Charlie, what a go on. Hit me up when we return after the break.